Well, this has been the day of crop dusters. There are crop dusters flying over the fields. That's normal this time of year for us. They are very good at not spraying our yard. Okay, they are very, very careful. We have Rowan over there putting his rabbits back. He's been breeding Zai and Smeagol, and he's just putting them both back. He'll put them back together tomorrow just to see if she has taken. I am breeding Gemini and Tinsley. Why can I never remember her name? Because I didn't name her. That's the name she came with. So I forgot. I have to obviously get more water for this horse. Get more water because he knocked over his buckets. Actually, probably the ducks knocked over his buckets. So I'm going to do that as soon as I put the camera down. Because I can't do, I've tried before to fill buckets while I am filming. It doesn't work out. Bonnie. Bonnie and goat. Look at you. So what else did we do today? We actually had the vet out this morning. Not for anything like bad. Not for anything bad. Vet was out this morning. Egg. But the vet was out this morning. Hi. Chicken still on her thing. Hello, Jabba. But the vet was out this morning, not for anything bad. Nothing bad happened. It's just our regular annual farm visit. And I've been asked before why we do it in the summer. First of all, everyone's healthy. Shadowfax got his vaccinations because he needed to be boosted. Everyone's looking good. What he does is he checks, first of all, he checks the horse and the goat, obviously. But he also checks a few of the birds, as many as we can catch. And the rabbits, making sure everyone looks healthy and happy. Making sure there's no, mites or lice or anything like that. So everyone is healthy. Shadowfax is carrying a couple extra pounds. Okay? He's carrying a couple extra pounds. He could stand to lose a couple of pounds. But it's okay. It's okay. All right? Because it's not that big a deal. He's not seriously overweight or anything like that. So we have little baby bunnies. The little baby bunnies doing their bunny thing. They're going to start going to their new homes next week. But, yeah, we have very nice rabbits. I'm just checking. Rowan did a good job cleaning his pens. Yeah. No babies yet. Rowan did a pretty good job cleaning his pens. So I'm happy about that. But Shadowfax needs to lose a couple of pounds. Not a lot. Just a little. We knew that, though, because he obviously enjoys his food. So for the commenter the other day who was saying he never has anything to eat, he always has something to eat, and he's chonky. And the other thing, hi, turkey friend. But the other thing our vet does is he does a farm visit where he evaluates your farm, and sometimes he tells you things you don't want to hear. When we first started, there were a couple of times when he was like, you really should do this differently. For me, the big one was the chickens at our old location where we first started. We had these beautiful barns, and I had put in all these nice windows. But in the winter, I was closing up all the windows because I didn't want him to get cold. And the vet came out and did a winter visit. And he opened up all my windows and said, I would rather they be cold and dry than warm and wet. And I was like, oh dear, I'm doing something wrong. And luckily, he caught it before anything happened to our birds. But because if it's wet, they're going to get frostbite. So he's like, open up the windows. Right? And so he was doing that. And we learned a lot that first year. Which was nice. So he'll tell you, hi guys, little babies looking good. I haven't sexed them yet because they're too little. We will eventually. Somewhere around here. Oh, there she is. The kitten who doesn't like me, hiding in the bikes. Kitten who doesn't like me. I know you don't love me. That's okay. She loves Rowan and it's fine. But, close that. Shut that off. But he does a farm eval, tells you what you could do better, what you're doing well. He's very honest about it. So if your pens aren't clean enough, or he thinks maybe someone's not getting enough to eat, or thinks someone's getting too much, he will let you know. And you can ask most farm vets for that. They'll be honest with you. That's their job. So just ask, right? If you just say, hey, can you tell me if I'm doing anything wrong? And he checks everyone for lice and everything like that, which is really important, especially this time of year. A lot of people get like lice and mites in the summer. We do not have that problem. Just to be clear, he checked. Nobody has any problems, so yay. I hate treating. We only had to treat for mites once, and that was when a wild goose was hanging out in our barn, and a lot of wild geese have mites. And it spread mites to our flock, and I didn't enjoy it. We treated with ivermectin, and I really was not excited about having to do that. So hopefully, looking for any hints of red. And I just broke the branch. But essentially, our animals are doing really well, and I didn't have to treat for mites or lice this year, which is good because I'm telling you, it's annoying. Come on. Let's go this way. Just checking to see if there's any reddening tomatoes. No. Okay. We do have some pumpkins happening, which could be cute. Anyway. So he was here, gave everyone a clean bill of health. But if you ask for a farm evaluation from your vet, he'll do it. Beware. He will tell you things you don't necessarily want to hear. And when I say that, I mean he's going to tell you things like, well, this pen isn't clean enough. Okay, he'll tell you that. He'll tell you things like, that guy's a little too skinny. Get him on some better calories. Tequila's in the house. And you're going to want to listen to your farm vet. Okay, you're going to want to listen to the farm vet, because why else are you paying them to come out to your place to do a farm eval? So it shouldn't be for your ego. If you're doing it for your ego, don't. Do it for the health of your animals. So he might come out and say, these guys need a little more shade. He might come out and say, these guys, their housing's not the best, or you should feed them something else. Just, they will say a whole bunch of things that you may not want to hear. Or they might not say much. They might say, actually, this is perfect. Maybe you're doing everything right. But it can't be about ego, because if it's about ego, then you end up in a situation where you're arguing with the vet that you paid to come out and give you advice. So if he comes out and were to say, for example, that my barn doesn't have enough ventilation, which it does, there's ventilation under all the eaves. But if he said it didn't have enough ventilation, then my job is then to go add a bunch of ventilation, not to argue with him. It's to add ventilation. So if you're not going to listen to him, don't hire him to do that job, because it would be ridiculous. Okay? Anyway, I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. So I'm going to go in. But suffice it to say, our animals all have a clean bill of health. And I did have somebody ask why I don't film when the farrier and the vet are here. And the answer is because they don't like being on film. They have not consented to being on film. I don't film people who haven't consented to it. Don't film people who haven't consented. And because they haven't, I just tell you what they said later. Anyway, the mosquitoes are getting bad. I'm going inside. We'll see you tomorrow.